Hi, it's Johnny Burgin with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson. Heading back to Detroit to do an incredible tune, Rock House by Calvin Frazier. And if we have time, we're going to do a bit of Lilly Mae, which is another tremendous one. Anyway, let's try it. If you can get this part, this little 4-bar intro, then you're really in good shape because he does it at the end of every go-around. Every go-around has a different theme, but then he always goes back to tie it up with this. Like that. So that is not so bad. I'm usually letting the open strings ring, the open B string, excuse me. He's an all-time master of open strings. And when you put that together with what we would kind of think of as a chaos of Washboard Willie, who was just a hero on this record, and it seems to be a partner in crime for Calvin Frazier. I mean, we're just used to these these beats that are almost always the same, you know. We're just used to that, but he's playing that and he's playing every other beat too. He's just wild, but it really adds a lot to this great tune. So you got to use this 3 open and 3, and that's just leaving your second finger on the second fret of the G string and then getting your third finger in on the second finger of the B string. So I'm just going to play it for a while. I'm going to play the first 2 go-arounds. Same thing, right? Not too fast. And then he goes something like this. Same thing. So let's talk about what we did so far, and then we'll keep moving forward. You can use your first finger on the 3rd fret of the B string every once in a while. And then the open E, and then you got to jump into your lump. He's always putting a floor down on himself. That's how he goes to the 4. I love that. That's 3 open and 3. Notice how I just leave my second finger there, and then I got this bang, all these open strings clanging. Sometimes I just jump into my lump with my pinky on the 4th fret. That's just the bottom part of a B7th chord. Then you're jumping into the second go-around. You got to hit the low E string because he's always putting a floor on himself. And then go about this fast. So sometimes we'll even use your fingers and have your pick ready to go like this, however you want to do it. I love the way the bass sounds while he's doing this. He's da-dom, 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 da. Then he does it again for effect, just like Ike Turner. Let's try that again. That was it. Notice I'm playing it a little bit wrong. I'm trying to use just 2 fingers here. So when I do the bends with no vibrato, it has this sort of almost making it, just barely making it, suspense to it. That's just a rake. Then he goes right back into like the 5, 4, 1, this. So let's try that again. Nice and slow for fast picking. Yeah. No, that's a little half bend, almost half bend, kind of a sour note there on purpose. Got a roll here. That's 14th and 14th on the D and A strings. Anyway, have fun with that. Good luck with that. You can finger it however you want, but it's more, I get the feel of it more doing it this way. And I noticed, I've seen films of Buddy Guy when he's like way up high and he's just using 2 fingers like that. You can really get a good feel that way. Yeah, so good luck. Back to... And then you've got this part, it's kind of like date bait or something. So... top part of the E chord like this. I think that's what it is. 9, 9, and 7. And then this is on the G string 9 and then 8. Notice that fits. It's like if you do this V shape here, then you're on the 4 chord, right? So keep that da 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 da. It actually makes sense just to go. But every once in a while I hear that high B. You can play it up here too, which is kind of like what Calvin Frazier is doing in Santa Fe. But it sounds a little more ringing here, doesn't it? So again, that's top part of the E chord, top part of a A7th chord, which is... And just experiment with it to just make it ring, make it clang. That clangs without using your first finger on that B note, or with it. That's a really good tie up there. Just 9 and 9 on the G and B, 8 and 8. And then again, puts that 4 on there, the low A string. And then he does something great. So he's using the open strings all the time. He doesn't just do that. Man, this song rocks. And then it's so crazy. He does this up and down. He's just really rocking the house now. You can just do it. It's like a rake or a downward rake, down rake here. Kind of reminds me of the way Robert Nighthawk would do all these quick upstrokes. And later on, it gets a little bit wilder. He doesn't have to do so much because Washboard Willie's everywhere. Back to your theme. So that's just E chord here, A seventh chord here, just like honky tonk, but a little more stripped down, huh? Master of the open strings, right on. And then the last one is like. So you have the root of whatever chord you're on, and then the fourth fret on the A string works over the 1 and the 4. And he's going, or it kind of lurches. It's almost like some weird flat tire thing over all the wild stuff that Washboard Willie is playing. And by the way, if you enjoy this, the Washboard Willie record on Barrel House Records, recorded by George Paulus, is great, and it's got some great Calvin Frazier on that. So then he does the outro twice for some weird reason. This was recorded live at the Palmer Hotel in Detroit, and if any of you guys know about what that was, anything like that, please put it in the comments. And then, so he does the outro twice for some reason. Maybe he thought it was the ending. And then he goes. Or. It's cool to do this bend on the second fret of the G string and end up on the first fret. And then he doesn't get through the whole thing. So it's definitely an unfinished song filled with some fascinating stuff, but I'm crazy about rock house. So I'm going to get to just a little bit of Lilly Mae. This is such an exciting tune, and I'm not going to do the solo totally note for note. It's really like everything but the kitchen sink is in this solo. But there's a couple of unique things, and I want to talk about the intro because the intro is great. This is another thing where you could try playing maybe 2 fingers and not the supported bends that I like, you know, like that where you have a better pitch, but you kind of want to just barely hit the pitch. You're like, you know, you want to have some suspense, like, is he going to make it? That's kind of his one of his little trademarks. And then there's a lot of half-step bends, so there's a lot of great things in this song. So let's start with the intro. So this is a typical 4-bar intro, but he has a real dramatic way of getting through, doesn't he? And then 10, 9, 8, 6, a little tug there. Whole thing. Something similar to that. There's these half-step bends. could have that a bit wrong, but that appears over and over again in this song. He likes to grab, like sort of reach out with his arm and grab the notes. Lilly Mae, Lilly Mae. Yeah. So like that. So then he might just jump around from, he just jumps from place to place all the time. So he kind of put all his stuff together, you know. That's that half step bend, which reminds me of Howlin' Wolf's How Long. That kind of thing. Then try real bending real light, because you don't want to go. You've kind of lost the flavor there, haven't you? You know, then he's putting his fancy T-bone in there, right? Lilly Mae, Lilly Mae. What evil have I done? Let's get to the solo a little bit. I'm just going to do some of the highlights. He does the same lick that he does at the opening in the solo. So something like that. And he does this really cool thing over the 4 where he does it like every possible way. He does typical T-bone so far, right? You're sliding with your 3rd finger, 5th fret to the 7th fret on the G. And then he bends it. And then he does something I've never heard anybody do exactly. He goes... something like that. But this is so different. I can't tell if he's doing 6th fret, 5th fret, or if he's bending it, but it sounds great. So it'd be like... So that's kind of a Calvin Frazier-y style lead. No vibrato anywhere. Lots of cliffhanger bends. I like the way it just really falls all the way down the neck from here. You hit your just 6th fret, pinky there. The same thing you did here. Make everything a little sour, just push it up a little bit. So that's like my best shot at the basic Calvin Frazier'isms. I mean, he was just creative. He was just throwing everything at you at once. Have fun with this. If any of you guys can pull off the whole solo, I'd love to hear it. Do stay in touch. Join me on Patreon for the weekly guitar chats. They're a lot of fun. Hope to see some of you guys on the road. And if you have any memories or experience with Calvin Frazier or anything like that, I would love to hear from you. Please mention it in the comments, and see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.